Hi, my name is Frank Bolognino. I am the proprietor of Roma Food Importing, Latham and Saratoga, New York. Along with my three brothers, we run the two stores. We've been in business over 65 years, locally owned family business. We specialize in Italian, Greek, and Near East food specialties, as well as having a full-line deli and a very nice prepared and catering section. Today, I'm going to demonstrate the making of fresh mozzarella. And so let me get right to it. The first thing we're going to need is the mozzarella curd, which you can purchase at the store in Latham or at other specialty stores where they make fresh mozzarella. You'll need a large bowl like this to contain the cut up cheese, a knife, a large knife, a spoon, and also a bowl full of very cold ice water. This is a finished product. This is a prosciutto stuffed log. We can do that with anything. We can put soppressata, we can put roasted peppers, we can put basil, anything you would like in there. This is also what the shapes of the mozzarella is going to look like. I'm going to demonstrate bocconcini, which are the small walnut-sized mozzarella balls, the regular mozzarella, a twist, and we'll also touch a little bit on an Armenian string cheese, which I'm sure some of you folks are familiar with. So why don't we get right to it? Now we've described what we need, and I'm going to prepare the mozzarella. So the first thing we're going to do is take our nice knife, our chef's knife, and we're going to slice the mozzarella. We're going to place it in the bowl, to which we're going to add boiling water, at which point it's going to melt, and we're going to stir it and then knead it and make the mozzarella balls. The mozzarella is available at most stores that make their own. They probably would be glad to sell it to you. We do. It's not very expensive, and there is some gratification to making your own. And I'll show you a few different things. We can make bocconcini, which are the small mozzarellas about the size of a walnut. Also, what I like to do is lay it out in a sheet, at which point you can put it on a whole pizza. And that way you get full coverage of the dough, and it really comes out terrific. Now I'm going to add the boiling water, which I've already prepared. You can see this is very hot. Depending upon the amount of mozzarella curd you're going to make will determine the amount of hot water you need. With a little experience, you'll be able to determine that amount. And what we're doing now, you can see, is we're stirring the mozzarella curd. And this is slowly melting. So we just keep stirring it. Now this curd just happens to be unsalted, and there's a couple ways that you can salt this if you like. You can add salt to the finished product with a shaker, or what you can do is submerge the prepared balls in a large pot of salted water, a couple of handfuls cold water. You can see the way this is melting now, how nice it's coming here. It's got a nice shine to it. And like I said, it's very hot. And I'm going to get my cold water, which I've added ice to. This is a very important part, and it makes the mozzarella set up. So I'm going to dump most of this water out. It's a little easier on your hands. And what I do is I submerge my hands in the ice water and then transfer over here and repeatedly do that because it is very, very hot water. Most of it. And now we'll start to knead. We knead this just like you would if you were making bread dough, pizza dough. you can see how nice that's coming. And we're going to stretch it. And now we're going to make a ball. So the way I do it is I take the end, I fold it under, and then with both hands, smooth it over the top, like this. Turn it, pinch it off. We'll do that again. Fold it under, stretch it a little bit with both hands, turn it, and pinch it off. We got to submerge that right away in the cold water so it sets up. Now, I'll show you how to make a bocconcini, which are the small walnut-sized mozzarella balls. You've probably seen them in a caprese salad, which is basil and fresh tomato, a little olive oil, and a splash of balsamic vinegar. That's a bocconcini there. Put it between your fingers on your one hand, whatever size you want. Pinch it off, and there's your bocconcini. We'll do that again. And there you have it. Then, what we can do also, and I like to do this typically when I have pizza, is to make a sheet, which can also be used for stuffing purposes. You can apply prosciutto, soppressata, you can put roasted peppers, basil, essentially anything you want on the sheet. And what I do is I make it in a rectangular shape, and I'll show you how I do that. It's easier if I do it on the counter. And I put it here and just stretch it. Just keep stretching it out. It's almost like a pizza dough. You can just keep stretching it, pulling it, and I make it the size of the sheet pan that I'm using. And this is really delicious this way, as you can see. So, what we can also do with this, like I just described, is we can add prosciutto. And what I do is I cover this entire thing with prosciutto or soppressata, or we can put some roasted red peppers in there and some basil for a little color, and then just fold it up like a jelly roll, just like that. This does not have to go in the cold water. What I do is when I make the jelly roll, is I take saran wrap and I place the saran wrap over the roll, and then I wind it tightly so that it forms a nice log shape. For now, we'll just put that in there. Then, as you may or may not know, you can make string cheese out of this, the Armenian string cheese. And that's done with a process. You can take a piece like this and stretch it. And then you put it together like this, and you keep stretching it. You can see the lines here that are forming. And you just keep doing this like this. You can see the way it's forming the lines, the strings. Sometimes it sets up a little too much for you, and you have to put it back in the hot water. And as you can see, this is the way the string comes like that. And you folks that are familiar with the Armenian string cheese know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if you want to make a twist, you can do that also. You take the mozzarella curd, you can You get a long piece like that. You probably want to make it so that it's pretty uniform all the way through. And then we're going to make a braid out of this. And you just like braiding your hair, if you have hair. And this in Italian is called a trecce. And you submerge this in the cold water and it makes a nice shape. And we have some left over here, so we'll make just a few more regular balls. Put them in the ice water. Got a little bit of our string cheese in the bowl. You can make any size balls you want. And you really want to pinch it down when you get to the end, like this. Or you can make a scamorza, which is made with a different curd. You can make a shape like that. It's called a head. And put that in the cold water. Now, the remaining water that's left is full of the butter fat from the mozzarella. And you can put this in a pan, put it in the refrigerator, and this will make butter, unsalted butter. I saved some here. And as you can see, this is beautiful stuff. It's unsalted, it's delicious. It's full fat, and it's really excellent. It goes nice on your toast in the morning. You can cook with it, do whatever you like. So, I hope you all enjoyed our presentation and hope you'll frequent us at the store. Our website address is www.romafoods.com. That's plural, Roma Foods. And our local phone number is 518-785-7480. Buon appetito.